Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to High Priestess Tarot. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I do not believe in coincidences, so chances are if you were drawn to me, there's something here for you. If you're returning, you already know what's up, dude. Let's tap in with Spirit and see what the hell is going on. Alright, let's see here. Spirit, what do you want to talk about today? What is your message you're going to read? It's really being advised right now to take a moment to step back and really indulge in self-care. Okay, you really need to be gentle with yourself at this time. Okay, because of the amount of bullshit that you get thrown at you on a daily fucking basis, not only in the material life but also too in the spiritual realm. Like, your soul is doing a lot more than you think. Okay, because whoever I'm connecting to, you're not fully awakened yet, and also too, you might not be sure about what your own personal spiritual path is at this time. Okay, this could be something that like you never even considered or thought about. This could be something that's all new to you at this time, right? So we're just going to do a little check-in and see what's going on with you on like a subconscious level, right? Like on an etheric level, like what's going on with you in the spirit. That's what needs to be addressed. There's some sort of like a spiritual thing that needs to happen here. Here we go. We have the Five of Swords, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune here, and they're opposing each other here, okay? Yeah, look at this with the Wheel of Fortune. So like I said, this is what you're battling. This is what this is what is going on with you. Okay, as you're trying to come into peace, into a new phase in your life to where you are finding balance within yourself, you're awakening to different parts of yourself, different aspects, you're beginning to be more accepting, okay? Right? You're beginning to become more like whole. You're like balancing out both sides within you. And you are being gifted knowledge. You're being gifted fruit, right? You are now bearing fruit. That means you now have knowledge that you didn't have before. See where the trees here, where like there was none, now you're coming into a place to where there is, right? Just like I was saying. So confirmation here with this little Wheel of Fortune here. You're stepping into a new part of you, a new side of you that you've never been before, right? And then we have the Five of Swords. Of course, we have somebody angry. We have somebody pissed. We have a pissed off Pamela. We have a pissy Pam going on over here. Look at that. Pissy little Pam. Just throwing a fit, angry. But why are you mad? That's what I don't get, right? Why are you mad though? So these are going to be, so this is going to be two right here. So we have one person. So we have you collective over here on this side here with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And then we have the pissy Pam over here opposing your wheel, opposing this. This could even be a sibling, I'm hearing. This is someone that's opposing it though. And it's not a secret that they oppose it, okay? So this could be a sibling that very well makes it known that they do not like the wheel that you are in. They do not like the way that you choose to live your life, okay? So this sibling could be very, I'm hearing the word domineering. I don't even use that word. Let me Google it really quick because I'm really curious to see what it means. Hold on. Asserting one's will over another in a negative way. Verbatim, word for fucking word, straight off of Google. Okay, so that's what that is there. So this could be a sibling. So yeah. So they like to say their way is the right way, and you have to listen to me. Okay, so this is someone that has always been in a place of authority for some fucking reason. They've been granted authority, and what they say goes. Like what? They're mad because what they're saying isn't going. and like their grip of authority that they have over you, their domineering effect, okay, because they're arrogant, because they could be more responsible than you, or they could be more sober than you, or they could be have more money than you, or they could have better cars than you, or they could have better this or better everything. I don't fucking know. But whatever it is, this person feels entitled to be above you. Which is wild to me that anyone would ever feel that way over anyone else. Because what? Okay. And so as you're coming out, you're beginning to see that with people. Okay. So, and that's part of the shadow that you're like leaving behind. This is where you're at. You're like in the middle. You're right here in the gray line right now is where you're, as our spirit's saying. Right here, you're in the middle. You're kind of like starting to be awoken to the fact that these are snakes in my grass, bro. Like, wait a minute, what? You know what I mean? You're like, hold on, let me take a second and pause and step back and see this for what it is. Those are snakes. That's why they're mad. Right? 3 of Wands here. Yeah, with the foresight at the bottom of the deck. This is what is being uncovered to you. This is what you are currently going through. You're beginning to see shit playing out certain ways. You're beginning to see people's true colors. You're beginning to notice patterns. Possibly, right? You're beginning to shift perspectives, okay? That's what's going on over here with you. And you're also standing your ground and you're staying in the lane that you want to be in. You're like, no, I'm doing my forward movement this way. Because this little energy over here likes to have control for some reason, okay? They like to have control of any way that they can. Whether it be what you have. Okay, so say if you ask someone for advice on a gift to get or something, okay, instead of going for like the good one, oh, you don't need all that. This is enough. And like, for some reason, their final word is the final word, and everyone is just like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so it's like that. Yeah, and so you're starting to reclaim your power is what Spirit is saying here, because look at this with the wand. That's you right there. And see, it's kind of like a younger person. That's because that's like how you are right now in your spiritual path. You're still learning everything, right? Well, I mean, we're always learning everything, but this is so new to you is what I'm trying to say. This is so new to you. And you have such a pure heart. Like, you're so young still. Also, too, something drastic could have happened with this sibling when you were young. Okay? But you're reclaiming your power. Some sort of a stolen power, stolen something, stolen seat, stolen attention, stolen everything is what you're starting to like reclaim. You're starting to see the parts of you that you thought were bad or you had to be ashamed of are not anything to be ashamed of, and they're not bad. It's just different, you know? So you could be, we have death at the bottom of the deck. So you could be going through, again, confirmation with the transformation, right? Look at this, with the transformation, the rebirth of yourself, the death of things that no longer serve you, okay? But yeah, like I was saying though, you could be, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. And look at that, as soon as I looked at this little energy, I completely forgot everything I was going to say. Yeah. So this person, ooh, tell me why. We're going to use a different deck right now. That's what we're going to do. But tell me why I feel like this little sibling over here may be dabbling in a couple things. But we're going to see. We're going to let the cards speak for themselves, right? But yeah. So this is what's going on. So you need to be very careful who you're being vulnerable with at this time, okay? That's another message. You need to be very careful for who you're being vulnerable with at this time, okay? In the middle of the deck, we have good news. So you could be having good news. You could be wanting to share good news, and then it turns into a stressor, like immediately afterwards, right? Again, you're beginning to noticing patterns, right? You're beginning to get woke into things, and the good news literally fell underneath my fucking table because nobody wants to see it. And the back again is the death. with the death out here twice. You guys tell me why I feel like a sibling out here maybe doing death magic over any type of good news that you have, over any type of a real estate could be significant here too as well, okay? But also to any type of a gaining that you're trying to get, right? Also too, somebody here could have just purchased a new home. Somebody could be into real estate. You could have just got a new home as well. This could also be whoever it is that likes to show off. See how she's like dangling the keys and shit? It's like nobody cares. And again, with the 70, that boils down to 7. So spiritual, yeah. So if you're wondering, then confirmation station, baby, this sibling right here, yes, they throw death magic at your ass, all right? So that's what's going on there. Yeah, see, and it doesn't work. It backfires. It always goes reversal, okay? So let's go ahead and ask Spirit something really quick here. And they also bring us stress to any good news that you have. So that fell over here. Let's go ahead and ask Spirit really quick though. So if they are constantly, then we have hesitation and loneliness right here too. With a 2 and a 31. But let's see, we have 70 with the 7. We have 73, which also means 10. Then we also have 37. You could be 37 or 73 can be significant too. We have 79 out here. 1979 could be significant. We have 42 and 24. Okay. But like I was saying though too, let's go ahead and see if we can get a closer look to what is their motive? Why are they doing this to someone? Because you look great. You actually look like it took you a long time to get to the point to where you're at right now too. So it's like, why are they so mad? Right? That's the big question. Why are you so mad? Right? Oh, and look at that. Death just kind of weaseled on over here. Because, I don't know. Let's see what's going on though. Tight lips. Someone doesn't want to speak. They may not want you to speak. You could do something for speaking too. Your voice could be heard. Like, I mean, you could do something to where you speak and people look at you. Yeah, this person's just lonely. We have 31 at her, which boils down to a 4, which for me is your family. So again, confirmation. And they watch. See how there's like a spotlight there and somebody's lonely all alone. So like you could do something to where like you're in the spotlight and you receive a lot of attention. Okay, things like that. Because remember, this person always try to strip you of you being in the spotlight. This person, they like thrive on that. They have to be in the spotlight. They have to this, they have to that, but they don't have talents how like you do, right? Because you do something to where you're actually in the spotlight and your voice gets heard, right? And so you do something like that. It's like legit. They don't. That's why they cause all this drama and all this stress, and they're always wreaking fucking havoc, and there's always some fucking chaos going on, because that's the only way they can get attention. So it's like a grown child throwing a fit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, look at that. And this just fell off over here under fury and profession. Okay, so somebody here, just like I said, with the, okay, this anger here and this profession here, okay? You could be somebody who does a lot of different jobs. They make you angry at work. This person throws magic on you when you're at work, so you could go into a fucking rage and lose your job. So if you've been going into rages all of a sudden your whole life, I feel like they could have told you it was a disorder. You don't have a fucking disorder, bro. There's nothing fucking wrong with you. It's your karmic ass family throwing fucking spell work on your ass anytime you're doing anything good. So this is why I always say, keep your mouth shut, hustle in silence. Because they know your whole fucking schedule. They're like, oh, they're on their way to work right now. Let's hurry up. Give me the dolls. Let's get our supplies ready, guys. Ah, angry. And then you're fucking lashing out and they're just like, oh no, you just have a disorder. Bro, you don't have a disorder. And the fact that you would just easily believe anyone telling you, okay, yeah, no, you're this, you're that, is like, really? You're that gullible? You're just going to let anyone tell you what you are? No. Okay? So that's what they do. So anytime you have good news, okay? Because you're fucking lucky too. You're hella lucky. Your sibling hates you, bro, so much. But anytime you have any good news, okay, they do their little death magic on it. They do whatever candle magic, whatever graveyard rituals, whatever fucking creative little magical craftings they fucking do, okay? To cause you stress, to make it a disaster, to scramble your fucking mind. You could be an empath, okay, and they could know that. You could have done really cool shit. There was something different about you. You just shine really fucking bright. You sparkle. You could do cool shit. And I think you were vulnerable around this person, and something happened, dude. And it's been ever since fucking then. That's why I'm telling you, don't be vulnerable around this person. You're like that. They act like that. So that way you can trust them. So that way they could fuck your shit up. That's all it is. 100%, dude. That's what happens, okay? They're mad. They don't want you to look at you. Could have just gotten a new home and been like happy and doing this. They're mad about that. They don't want you to. It's sheer jealousy. It's sheer jealousy, okay? Yeah, this is sheer jealousy, bro. This is 74, 47. Yeah, look at you. And it sucks because no matter what they fucking throw at you, no matter their whole life, okay, it could literally, like, yes, it is literal magic, okay, too, but also to all this shit they're talking, like, behind your back, all the lies, because this is someone, I feel, that just likes to swerve and just go fucking bzzz, fucking to anyone and everyone that will fucking listen. They might as well have a speakerphone installed in their fucking face instead of a mouth, because that's what it's like when they talk, right? And it's so much because it's to everyone. And so no matter all the bullshit they talk behind your back, all the bullshit they it's not good enough, or oh, they're only doing this much, or oh, you know, this person could even be so petty as trying to turn your lover against each other, right? Trying to send this person, oh, go flirt with so and so. Like, petty shit like that, okay? All this shit, it doesn't work. Like, this person is sick. Yeah. Yeah, see, just like I was saying at the bottom of the deck, trying to turn people apart from each other. Try to focus on other things, right? Because on top of that, you probably have a solid-ass love connection, and they don't. They don't even have a connection with themselves. Okay? Yeah, dude, this could have pushed you into an introvert mode here with 66. That's a 12, that's a 3, but bro. Yeah, now I'm getting ascended master energies. It's a 3, dude. You're put here. Okay, you're meant to be here. You're supposed to help people. You have something with your voice, the way you shine, the way you bring joy to people. Okay, you could try to uplift a room when you get there, acting silly, cause clown type fucking behavior, right? They made you an introvert because they would tell you, oh, you're being bad. No, you were just shining too fucking bright, and they didn't like it. Okay, that's what it was. This has been your whole life. That's why hesitation and, you know, has been there for you. Look, I'm stuttering and shit, dude. You know, look at that. You fucking hesitate. You don't know what decision to make. You don't know what side. You don't know what, because they've been doing that. And you're so pure and you're so good-hearted and fucking innocent, like with a soul. Okay, that doesn't mean you're not a badass. You could be fucking out there doing the most, but you're still pure of heart. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so because of that, you still love them. That's why you're so confused. That's why it's so easy for them to fucking manipulate you, because you don't even know they fucking hate you. All right? That's what it is. That's the end. That's what it is. That's your reading. That's what you need to know. So you need to know there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. You just need to get a little bit more spiritually cleansed, and you're on your way. You're working on it. You're beginning to see this. So you're already on the right fucking track. So you just keep on going. You just keep on going. And be very careful. Just be keeping your business to yourself. For what do they need to know for? For what? For why? They're not going to be happy for you, or they might say it like, oh yeah, and then they'd be like, bitch, guess what? I found out. And then you wonder why your life is shit. And you wonder, maybe go get a hobby. Go to the gym. Drink some fucking water. I don't know. What are your fucking talents? What are you good at besides running your fucking mouth? Name one thing you're good at besides lying and causing chaos and being sneaky and disrupting lives and paying for magic. What are you good at besides that? All right? My point exactly. So don't let these little fools punk you. Like, what? All right, you guys. Anyways, that was your reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really hope this message finds whoever it was meant to find, because fuck those fools. That's why. All right, you guys. Thanks for letting me read for you. Peace. Okay, you guys, so I was wrapping up the reading and I saw that there was a card that it fell on my little bench, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's too late to grab it now, because if I grab it and put it in the reading, it's gonna not look right. So I'm just gonna forget about it, and I'm just gonna say, oh well, whatever. Next time I'm just gonna make sure I grab all the cards, right? Which, side note, I am gonna get a little cloth on here, but anyways, whatever. I just grabbed the card and I put it up here on the top of the deck and I walked away, right? And then I went to go edit the video and I saw that the very first card out, like the most important one, when I asked about what's going on a subconscious level, this is what flew out. This is what flew out. So there's no way I could have been like, no, okay, no. So I have to show you guys what it was, okay? But what's going on with you on a subconscious level? You got the moon, which, like, how perfect is that? You're right where you're supposed to be. Okay, you could also be a water sign, Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio. You're also in your emotions. That's what's going on in your subconscious right now. And see how they kind of have like their little head down? It's like you're like reflecting. You're going within. You're starting to like remember things. You're starting to honor your emotions as well. And also you're starting to learn why you feel the way you feel in certain things, okay? So in your subconscious, you are undergoing a major emotional activation, a major emotional healing. I'm even hearing trauma healing. Like you're starting to realize that some of your actions and things are trauma based, right? A lot of us are so fucking traumatized and don't even know it. And those are all responses, right? So you're starting to learn a lot of things about yourself. Also, to the way that this flew out and was hidden and stayed hidden. You guys know, for me personally, when I read, when a car flies over there, that's what's being hidden. So you have lots of emotions that you were taught to hide, to shove down, to not look at. This could also be a secret that you're going through, is whatever part of your awakening that you're on. This could be something that you've been doing quietly without telling anybody, for fear of being called weird or something. You're gonna find your way. You're fine, okay? You're gonna start to realize that these people are karmics, okay? And they're put right at your front doorstep in your home as your family, because those are the areas that you are meant to heal, okay? And you guys know, for me, that when a card falls off to the side, for me, that's what is being hidden or is yet to be revealed, right? Well, in this case, I feel like it's both. I feel like these are hidden aspects of yourself, right, that you intentionally hide, that you intentionally don't look at for whatever reason that may be for you. And I just got my alarm. My alarm just like went off right now. So confirmation again, okay? And also to what is yet to be revealed. This is also to the knowledge and the understanding and the healing that you have coming to you. So don't give up. Just keep on going, dude, okay? And I have my baby right next to me, and he's biting a card, and Spirit told me to take it, okay? But the card is perseverance. It's all messed up. Look at that. Look at you on your little path. Don't give up. Look at you, a little bent. It's fine. Just keep going. You got this, all right, dude? All right. Anyways, that was your message, legit. Okay. Peace. Bye.